Here's a motivational speech titled, "You Must Focus Your Mind," in a powerful, energetic tone reminiscent of Eric Thomas. You must focus your mind. Good morning. Let me ask you something. How bad do you want it? I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. Success, it's not easy. Dreams, they don't just fall into your lap. Every great achievement starts with one thing, focus. Your mind is a battlefield. Every day, distractions are coming at you like a storm. Social media, excuses, negativity, they're all trying to pull you off course. And too many of us are losing the fight because we don't know how to lock in. Let me tell you something, if you don't control your mind, the world will control it for you. But here's the truth, you have a choice, Doc. You can let the noise dictate your life, or you can decide to focus. Focus is a weapon. It's the difference between I'll try and I'll do whatever it takes. Focus is what separates the ones who dream from the ones who execute. You've got to ask yourself, what am I fighting for? Is it your family, your future, your freedom, whatever it is? Keep it in your sights every single day. Lock in on that vision like your life depends on it, because it does. Stop letting distractions steal your time. Stop making excuses. Stop blaming your circumstances. Focus doesn't care where you came from. It doesn't care how hard it's been. Focus only cares about one thing. What are you going to do now? Listen to me, there's no such thing as too busy. You're not too busy. You're just not prioritizing what matters. You have 24 hours just like everyone else. The question is, are you using them wisely? Or are you wasting them? Here's how you win. 1, define your goal, be crystal clear. Vague dreams lead to vague results. 2, eliminate distractions, say no to the things pulling you away from your purpose. 3, discipline yourself, do what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. When you focus, you tap into your true power. You start to see opportunities that were always there but hidden by your own chaos. You start to move differently, think differently, and believe differently. Look, I'm not saying it'll be easy. There will be days when quitting feels like the only option. But when you focus your mind, you learn to push past the pain. You learn to rise above the doubt. And that's where greatness is born. So I'm challenging you. No, I'm daring you to focus your mind starting today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because there's a version of you out there, a stronger, smarter, more disciplined version waiting for you to show up. And the only thing standing between you and that version is your ability to focus. So stop waiting, stop wishing, focus your mind, and let's get to work, Dot. Thank you. Focus is your weapon, distractions are your enemy. In a world saturated with distractions, this truth is more critical than ever. Every moment of your life is a decision. Either you're moving toward your goals or you're being pulled away from them. Focus is not just a concept, it's a necessity, a lifeline for anyone striving to achieve something meaningful. The ability to focus is the dividing line between mediocrity and greatness, between those who dream and those who achieve. Distractions come in many forms, often disguised as harmless, even necessary. They whisper to you through your phone, pulling you into endless scrolling and notifications. They show up in the form of unproductive habits, conversations that lead nowhere, and commitments that don't align with your goals. These distractions are not passive, they actively work against you, chipping away at your time, energy, and mental clarity. Every time you indulge in them, you lose a little more ground, a little more progress. The enemy is relentless, but so must you be. To wield focus as a weapon, you must first recognize its value. Imagine a laser beam, concentrated and powerful, cutting through steel. Now contrast that with a scattered beam of light, diffused and ineffective. That's the difference between a focused mind and a distracted one. When your energy is divided, you achieve little. When your energy is concentrated, you become unstoppable. The same principle applies to every area of your life, whether it's your career, relationships, health, or personal growth. Focus demands clarity. You can't aim at a target you can't see. Most people fail not because they lack talent or resources, but because they lack direction. They don't know what they're working toward, so they become easy prey for distractions. The first step in sharpening your focus is defining your purpose. What do you want? What are you striving for? Once you answer these questions, your focus gains power. It becomes a guiding force, helping you filter out everything that doesn't serve your mission. However, knowing your goal is not enough. You must protect it fiercely. This means saying no often. It means creating boundaries that safeguard your time and energy. It means recognizing that every yes to something unimportant is a no to something essential. This is not easy. People will question you, criticize you, and sometimes even resent you for your focus. But remember, their opinions don't pay your bills, and they don't fulfill your dreams. Your responsibility is to your vision, not their expectations. Focus also requires discipline. It's easy to concentrate when things are exciting, when motivation is high, or when the stakes are obvious. The real test comes on the ordinary days, the tough days, when progress feels slow and distractions are screaming louder than ever. Discipline bridges the gap between the momentary and the meaningful. It keeps you aligned with your goals even when the effort feels like a grind. Without discipline, focus is fleeting, a spark that fizzles out. With discipline, focus becomes a steady flame, lighting your path even in the darkest times. You must also cultivate an environment that supports your focus. Your surroundings matter. If you're trying to study in a room full of noise, your energy will be wasted on fighting the chaos. Similarly, if you surround yourself with people who don't value growth, their negativity will drain your potential. Curate your environment. Remove the clutter, both physical and mental. Create spaces that inspire you to work, think, and grow. Choose relationships that challenge you to be better. Every detail of your environment either strengthens your focus or sabotages it. Technology is one of the greatest culprits of distraction. It promises convenience, but often delivers chaos. Notifications, emails, and social media are designed to grab your attention and hold it hostage. If you don't set boundaries with technology, it will control you instead of serving you. Turn off notifications that don't matter. Schedule time for emails instead of letting them interrupt your day. Use social media intentionally, not mindlessly. Remember, every minute you spend scrolling is a minute you'll never get back. Your focus is also tied to your mindset. If you believe that distractions are inevitable, you'll allow them to dominate your life. But if you see focus as a skill you can develop, you'll start taking ownership of your attention. Focus is not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. It's about catching yourself when your mind wanders and gently bringing it back to the task at hand. It's about practicing presence, being fully engaged in the moment, whether you're working on a project, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing a personal passion. Energy management is another critical aspect of focus. You can't concentrate if you're running on empty. Sleep, nutrition, and exercise are not luxuries, they are necessities for a focused mind. When you neglect your body, your mind suffers. Fatigue breeds distraction, and distraction breeds failure. Take care of yourself so you can bring your best self to everything you do. Think of your energy as a resource, one that needs to be replenished regularly. The more you invest in your well-being, the more focus you'll have to invest in your goals. There's also a psychological aspect of focus. The human brain is wired for instant gratification, which makes it challenging to stay committed to long-term goals. Every distraction offers a quick hit of dopamine, a momentary sense of pleasure or relief. But these fleeting rewards come at the expense of your greater ambitions. To master focus, you must train your brain to delay gratification. Remind yourself that the temporary discomfort of staying disciplined is worth the lasting fulfillment of achieving your dreams. Focus doesn't just happen, it's a choice you make repeatedly. It's choosing to work on your business plan instead of watching another episode. It's choosing to study for your exam instead of scrolling through your feed. It's choosing to have the tough conversation instead of avoiding it. Every choice you make either sharpens your focus or dulls it. The power is in your hands, but you must be willing to use it. There will be times when your focus wavers, when distractions seem overwhelming, and the temptation to give in feels strong. In those moments, remember why you started. Remember the dream that ignited your fire, the vision that keeps you awake at night. Let that be your anchor. Let it pull you back to the path you've chosen. Define your goal with absolute clarity. Clarity is not just a buzzword, it is the cornerstone of achievement. Without clarity, your efforts become scattered, your energy diluted, and your results mediocre. To define your goal clearly means to strip away all ambiguity and uncertainty until what you desire is as vivid and precise as a photograph. It's about going beyond vague aspirations like I want to be successful or I want to be happy. Success at what? Happy how? Clarity forces you to confront these questions and provide answers that leave no room for doubt. When you have a clear goal, it serves as a compass guiding your decisions and actions. Every choice you make becomes aligned with that goal because you know exactly where you're headed. On the other hand, if your goal is vague, you'll find yourself drifting aimlessly, pulled in different directions by distractions, opportunities that aren't meant for you, and the expectations of others. Defining your goal clearly gives you control over your path and ensures that your efforts are intentional and purposeful. To achieve clarity, you must first take the time to reflect deeply on what you truly want. This isn't about what society expects of you, what your family thinks you should do, or what looks good on paper. This is about your desires, your passions, and your vision for your life. Many people avoid this step because it requires honesty, vulnerability, and sometimes confronting uncomfortable truths about what they've been pursuing and why. But without this reflection, any goal you set will lack the authenticity needed to sustain your commitment. A clearly defined goal is specific. Instead of saying, I want to get fit, you say, I want to lose 20 pounds and run a 10K within the next 6 months. Instead of saying, I want to start a business, you say, I want to build a sustainable online store that generates $10,000 in monthly revenue within a year. Specificity removes uncertainty. It provides you with a measurable target, making it easier to track your progress and hold yourself accountable. The more specific you are, the more real your goal becomes. A clear goal is also time-bound. When you attach a deadline to your goal, it creates a sense of urgency and focus. Without a time frame, even the most specific goal can linger indefinitely, always something you'll get to someday. But someday isn't a day on the calendar. When you say, I will achieve this by a specific date, you turn your goal into a commitment rather than a wish. Deadlines also help you prioritize your efforts and make better use of your time as you're constantly aware of how much closer you're getting to the finish line. Clarity requires that your goal be meaningful. It's not enough for a goal to be specific and time-bound if it doesn't resonate deeply with you. Meaning provides the emotional fuel to keep going when the journey gets tough, which it inevitably will. To define a meaningful goal, you must understand why it matters to you. What will achieving this goal bring to your life? How will it impact your sense of purpose, your relationships, or your personal growth? A goal without meaning is like a car without fuel. It might look good, but it won't take you anywhere. When you define your goal, it should challenge you. A goal that's too easy won't inspire you to grow or push your limits. At the same time, it shouldn't feel so far out of reach that it becomes paralyzing. The sweet spot lies in a goal that stretches you, requiring effort, discipline, and perhaps even a little discomfort, but is ultimately attainable with persistence and hard work. When your goal challenges you, it becomes a source of motivation and pride, a reminder of what you're capable of achieving when you commit fully. Another critical aspect of clarity is breaking your goal into actionable steps. A big goal can feel overwhelming, even intimidating, if you view it as one massive undertaking. But when you divide it into smaller, manageable tasks, it becomes less daunting. Each step you complete brings you closer to your ultimate objective and builds momentum along the way. These steps serve as a roadmap showing you exactly what needs to be done and in what order. Without this level of planning, even the clearest goal can falter due to a lack of direction. To maintain clarity, you must write your goal down. The act of writing crystallizes your thoughts and gives your goal a physical presence. It transforms an idea in your mind into something tangible, something you can look at every day as a reminder of what you're working toward. Studies have shown that written goals are significantly more likely to be achieved than unwritten ones because they provide a constant visual anchor for your efforts. When you see your goal in writing, it becomes harder to ignore, harder to push aside, and harder to push aside. Clarity also involves visualizing your success. Close your eyes and picture yourself achieving your goal. What does it look like? How does it feel? Who is there with you? What has changed in your life as a result? Visualization helps solidify your goal in your mind and creates a mental blueprint for success. It's not just about imagining the outcome, it's about experiencing it so vividly that it feels real, even before you've accomplished it. This mental rehearsal reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve your goal and keeps you motivated to take the necessary actions. Accountability is another factor in maintaining clarity. When you share your goal with someone you trust, a mentor, a friend, or a coach, it adds a layer of responsibility. Knowing that someone else is aware of what you're striving for creates additional motivation to stay on track. They can provide encouragement, feedback, and constructive criticism to help you refine your approach. However, be selective about who you share your goal with. Not everyone will understand your vision, and sharing it with the wrong person can invite negativity or doubt. Clarity requires regular review and adjustment. Life is unpredictable and circumstances can change. What was once a clear goal may become less relevant or need modification as you gain new insights or face unforeseen challenges. Periodically revisit your goal to ensure it still aligns with your values and aspirations. If necessary, refine it without losing sight of your ultimate vision. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your goal, it means adapting to stay on course. A clear goal evolves with you, remaining a source of focus and inspiration no matter what comes your way. Finally, clarity demands action. Defining your goal is only the beginning. The real power of clarity lies in its ability to drive consistent, deliberate action. When you know exactly what you want and why it matters, you're less likely to procrastinate or second-guess yourself. You're more likely to seize opportunities, make decisions with confidence, and persevere through setbacks. Clarity transforms your goal from a distant dream into a concrete reality by giving you the tools and mindset to pursue it relentlessly. Eliminate what doesn't serve your purpose. In a world filled with endless options and distractions, the ability to say no is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Every day, you are bombarded with choices, opportunities, and demands on your time and energy. Some of these will align with your goals and propel you forward, but many will not. Learning to discern the difference and cutting away the unnecessary is essential to achieving success. It is not about doing more, it is about doing what matters most and removing anything that hinders your progress. Eliminating what doesn't serve your purpose begins with understanding your priorities. When you know what truly matters, it becomes easier to identify what doesn't. Without this clarity, you can easily find yourself overwhelmed and overcommitted, pulled in 100 different directions by things that seem urgent but are ultimately unimportant. Prioritization is the foundation of focus. It ensures that your energy is spent on the tasks, relationships, and activities that align with your goals rather than being wasted on things that offer little to no value. The first step in this process is taking an honest inventory of how you currently spend your time. Most people vastly underestimate the amount of time they waste on activities that don't contribute to their purpose. Whether it's scrolling through social media, binge watching shows, or engaging in unproductive conversations, these distractions add up. They rob you of the time and energy you could be investing in something meaningful. By identifying these time sinks, you can start to reclaim control over your schedule and redirect your efforts toward what truly matters. Once you've identified the distractions in your life, The next step is to eliminate them. This requires discipline and often a willingness to make difficult choices. For example, you might need to cut back on time spent with people who drain your energy or steer you away from your goals. These decisions can be uncomfortable, especially if you build habits or relationships around these distractions. However, holding on to what doesn't serve you is like trying to climb a mountain while carrying unnecessary weight. Letting go may be challenging, but it is essential for reaching the summit. Eliminating distractions also involves setting boundaries. People will always have expectations and demands, but you are not obligated to meet all of them. Saying no is not a sign of weakness or selfishness. It is an act of self-respect and commitment to your goals. When you say no to things that don't serve your purpose, you free up time and energy to say yes to the things that do. Boundaries protect your focus and ensure that your efforts are directed toward what truly matters. Technology is one of the most pervasive sources of distraction in modern life. Smartphones, social media, and email are designed to grab your attention and keep it for as long as possible. While these tools can be incredibly useful, they can also become significant obstacles if not managed properly. Eliminating digital distractions doesn't necessarily mean giving them up entirely, but it does mean using them intentionally. Turn off unnecessary notifications, limit your screen time, and create designated periods for checking email or scrolling through social media. By taking control of your technology use, you can prevent it from controlling you. Your environment plays a crucial role in your ability to focus on what matters. A cluttered or chaotic space can lead to a cluttered or chaotic mind. Eliminating physical clutter is a simple yet effective way to create a more focused and productive environment. This doesn't mean you need to strive for perfection or minimalism, but rather that you should remove anything that distracts or detracts from your ability to work effectively. A clean, organized space can help you think more clearly and stay committed to your goals. In addition to physical clutter, you must also address mental clutter. Negative thoughts, doubts, and limiting beliefs can be just as distracting as external interruptions. Eliminating mental clutter requires self-awareness and a willingness to confront the thoughts that hold you back. This might involve practicing mindfulness journaling or seeking support from a coach or therapist. The goal is to create a mindset that is clear, focused, and aligned with your purpose. When your mind is free from unnecessary noise, you can direct all your energy toward achieving your goals. Another critical aspect of eliminating what doesn't serve your purpose is recognizing and avoiding the trap of busyness. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Many people fill their days with tasks and activities that give the illusion of progress but ultimately have little impact on their goals. To avoid this trap, you must distinguish between what is urgent and what is urgent. Urgent tasks demand immediate attention, but they are not always aligned with your long-term objectives. Important tasks, on the other hand, are those that directly contribute to your purpose. Prioritize the important over the urgent, and don't be afraid to let go of tasks that don't add value. Habits also play a significant role in your ability to focus on your purpose. Some habits serve you well, while others hold you back. To eliminate habits that don't serve your purpose, you must first identify them. This requires honest self-reflection and a willingness to acknowledge where you might be falling short. Once you've identified a habit that needs to change, replace it with a new habit that supports your goals. Change takes time and effort, but every step you take toward building better habits brings you closer to success. It's important to recognize that eliminating what doesn't serve your purpose is an ongoing process. Life is dynamic, and as your goals and circumstances evolve, so too must your focus. Regularly reassess your commitments, habits, and environment to ensure they continue to align with your purpose. This might mean letting go of things that once served you but no longer do. Change can be difficult, but it is necessary for growth and progress. Eliminating what doesn't serve your purpose also means being mindful of the people you surround yourself with. Relationships have a profound impact on your mindset and energy. If you're constantly around people who are negative, unmotivated, or unsupportive, their attitudes will inevitably affect you. Seek out relationships with people who inspire you, challenge you, and encourage you to be your best self. Surrounding yourself with the right people can create a positive, uplifting environment that supports your goals and helps you stay focused. Finally, eliminating what doesn't serve your purpose requires a commitment to self-awareness. This means regularly checking in with yourself to evaluate whether your actions, choices, and priorities are aligned with your goals. Self-awareness allows you to catch distractions and course correct before they derail your progress. It also helps you stay grounded and focused, even when faced with challenges or setbacks. By staying attuned to your purpose and being willing to let go of anything that doesn't support it, you can create a life that is intentional, focused, and deeply fulfilling. Discipline trumps motivation every time. In a world where motivation is often hailed as the key to success, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that you need to feel inspired to take action. Motivation is powerful. It can ignite the spark that sets you in motion, but it's fleeting. Motivation comes in waves. It's inconsistent, unreliable, and often not there when you need it the most. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is what sustains you when motivation is nowhere to be found. It is the force that keeps you going even when things get tough, when the excitement fades, and when the odds seem insurmountable. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It is a skill that you can develop and strengthen over time. And it is the difference between success and failure. Motivation will push you to start, but discipline is what will carry you through the grind. It's what will keep you consistent, focused, and on track day after day, even when obstacles arise. Without discipline, your dreams will remain just that, dreams. But with discipline, those dreams can become reality. When you rely on motivation, you are constantly at the mercy of your emotions. Some days you'll feel motivated to work hard, push yourself, and take bold actions. But on other days, you won't feel like doing anything at all. This emotional roller coaster can cause you to start and stop, make progress and then stall, and never truly reach your full potential. Motivation can be the spark, but discipline is the fuel that keeps the fire burning. Discipline is about creating habits and routines that reinforce your goals. When you cultivate disciplined habits, they become automatic, and you no longer have to rely on motivation to push you forward. You simply do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. This is why discipline is so powerful. It doesn't depend on your mood or circumstances. It is a commitment to showing up and putting in the work, no matter what. Whether it's waking up early to exercise, sitting down to work on your project, or making the tough decisions that align with your values, discipline keeps you moving forward when motivation has faded. The key to developing discipline is consistency. You don't have to be perfect every day, but you do have to be consistent. It's the small, everyday actions that compound over time and lead to significant results. When you make the effort to show up consistently, even on the days when you don't feel like it, you create momentum. That momentum drives you forward and makes the next step easier. It's like building muscle. You don't get stronger by working out once in a while. You get stronger by showing up every day and pushing through the resistance. Discipline also involves making sacrifices. It means saying no to short-term pleasures in favor of long-term gains. You might have to give up late-night parties, mindless entertainment, or other distractions that don't contribute to your goals. This isn't about denying yourself pleasure entirely. It's about choosing the right pleasures that align with your purpose. When you develop the discipline to make these sacrifices, you are investing in your future success. Discipline is about prioritizing what's important over what's easy. In the face of adversity, discipline is the anchor that keeps you grounded. When you encounter setbacks, challenges, or failures, motivation can easily wane. It's easy to throw in the towel when things don't go according to plan. But discipline doesn't let you quit. It forces you to keep going, even when the path is unclear. Discipline helps you persevere through the tough times, knowing that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger. When you stay disciplined, you learn to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline is that it helps you build mental toughness. When you commit to doing something difficult, Even when you don't feel like it, you develop the resilience to handle whatever challenges come your way. This mental toughness becomes an asset in every area of your life. Whether you're facing a tough workout, a challenging project at work, or a personal struggle, discipline allows you to keep moving forward. It's not about avoiding hardship, it's about embracing it and pushing through it, knowing that each challenge makes you stronger. Discipline also breeds confidence. The more you show up and do the work, even when it's hard, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving your goals. Each time you resist the temptation to quit or give in to distractions, you build trust in your ability to follow through. This confidence carries over into other areas of your life. When you know that you can rely on yourself to stay disciplined and committed, you approach challenges with a sense of certainty and self-assurance. The role of discipline in achieving success cannot be overstated. While motivation may get you started, it is discipline that will keep you going. It is this discipline that will get you through the days when the excitement fades, when the results are slow to come, and when you're tempted to give up. Success is not about having a burst of motivation at the beginning. It's about having the discipline to continue day in and day out, even when the journey feels long and difficult. Discipline is also about making intentional choices. Every day, you are faced with decisions that can either bring you closer to your goals or take you further away from them. Discipline means making the right choice, even when it's not the easy choice. It means choosing the hard work, the sacrifice, and the effort that lead to success rather than taking the easy way out. When you develop the discipline to make these choices consistently, you start to see results that align with your vision. It's important to note that discipline is not about being rigid or inflexible. It's about being committed to your goals while also being adaptable when necessary. There will be times when things don't go as planned, when circumstances change, or when you need to adjust your approach. Discipline is about staying focused on your long-term vision and finding ways to adapt and keep moving forward no matter what challenges arise. It's about being persistent and relentless even when things aren't perfect. At its core, discipline is about taking ownership of your actions and decisions. It's about being accountable to yourself and your goals. It's easy to blame external factors for your lack of progress, your environment, other people, or your circumstances. But discipline forces you to take full responsibility for your success or failure. It empowers you to control your own destiny and shape your future through the choices you make today. When you embrace discipline, you embrace the power to create the life you want. Motivation may come and go, but discipline is what will determine your long-term success. It's the consistent, relentless pursuit of your goals, regardless of the obstacles you face. When you choose discipline over motivation, you choose to trust the process, stay committed to your vision, and keep moving forward no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Discipline is the secret weapon that turns dreams into reality, and it is the key to achieving lasting success in every area of your life. Take massive action every single day. The idea of taking massive action isn't just about working hard or putting in extra hours. It's about showing up every day with a relentless commitment to your goals, no matter how big or small. It's about understanding that success doesn't come from sporadic bursts of effort, but from consistent, deliberate action that you take day in and day out. Many people fail to reach their potential not because they lack talent or ambition, but because they aren't taking consistent, massive action toward their goals. They allow fear, doubt, or distractions to hold them back, and as a result, they never fully realize what they're capable of achieving. Massive action is not about waiting for the right moment or the right conditions. It's about deciding that now is the time to take action no matter what. People often think they need to wait until everything aligns perfectly before they can start working toward their dreams. But the truth is that perfect conditions rarely exist. Waiting for everything to fall into place can lead to procrastination, hesitation, and inaction.
Instead, massive action is about recognizing that the journey is just as important as the destination, and the most important step is always the first one.
When you commit to taking massive action, you stop making excuses. Excuses are the number one thing that hold people back from achieving greatness. We all have reasons for why we can't do something, reasons that seem valid and logical at the time. But those reasons are often just excuses to avoid the discomfort and effort that come with taking action. The reality is that if you want to achieve anything meaningful, you must take responsibility for your actions and refuse to let excuses stand in your way. It's not about being perfect or getting everything right. It's about making progress, no matter how small. Massive action requires you to push past your fears and doubts. Fear is one of the biggest barriers to taking action. Fear of failure, fear of fame, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, they all hold us back from moving forward. But if you let fear dictate your actions, you will never accomplish anything significant. Taking massive action means stepping outside of your comfort zone and embracing the discomfort that comes with growth. The more you push through your fears, the stronger and more confident you become. Action silences doubt and builds momentum. When you take action, you start to see results. And those results give you the confidence to take even more action. Taking massive action also means setting clear, specific goals and relentlessly pursuing them. Without clear goals, it's easy to get distracted or lose focus. You might be busy, but you won't be making meaningful progress toward your desired outcome. Setting clear, measurable goals gives you a target to aim for and a sense of purpose behind your efforts. But setting goals alone isn't enough. You must take massive action every day toward achieving those goals. This means breaking your goals down into smaller, actionable steps and consistently working on them. Every day, you have the opportunity to take one step closer to your goal, and each step compounds into greater progress. Taking action is not a one-time event, it is a lifestyle. It's easy to get excited about a goal at the beginning and take a few actions, but the real test is whether you can keep going when the excitement fades. This is where many people falter. They start strong, but when things get tough or the results don't come quickly, they give up. Taking massive action means staying consistent even when the results aren't immediate. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and trusting that progress will come as long as you keep moving forward. Massive action also involves being adaptable and open to change. No plan will go perfectly, and you will encounter obstacles along the way. The key is not to get discouraged or give up, but to be flexible and adjust your approach as needed. Taking massive action means being willing to learn from your mistakes and failures. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. Instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks, see them as lessons that will ultimately lead you to success. As you take action, you will encounter new situations that require you to adapt and problem solve. The more you embrace this process, the more you will grow and the more capable you will become. Another critical aspect of massive action is accountability. When you take action, you must hold yourself accountable for your progress. This means tracking your efforts and measuring your results. Accountability ensures that you stay on track and continue making progress toward your goals. It's easy to get complacent or lose motivation when you're not holding yourself accountable. One of the most effective ways to stay accountable is to share your goals with others, whether it's a mentor, friend, or support group. Having someone who expects you to follow through can push you to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. In addition to accountability, massive action requires a strong work ethic. It's not about working harder, but about working smarter. Efficiency matters just as much as effort. You must learn to prioritize your actions and focus on the tasks that will have the greatest impact on your goals. It's about working with intention, staying focused on what truly matters, and avoiding distractions that could derail your progress. A strong work ethic means that you give your best effort day in and day out, no matter how you feel. Taking massive action also means learning how to push through the tough times. There will be days when you feel tired, discouraged, or defeated. These are the days when you will want to quit, but these are also the days when your commitment to taking massive action will be tested. On these days, it's important to remind yourself why you started in the first place and keep pushing forward. Success doesn't come to those who quit. When it gets hard, it comes to those who persist, who keep showing up, and who continue taking action despite the challenges they face. Power of massive action lies in its ability to create momentum. When you take consistent, focused action every day, you begin to build momentum. Momentum makes everything easier. Once you gain momentum, it becomes easier to take action, and the results begin to snowball. But without action, there is no momentum, and without momentum, progress is slow and difficult. Taking massive action creates the momentum that propels you forward and makes success inevitable. Finally, taking massive action means being committed to the process, not just the outcome. The journey to success is rarely linear, and it often requires more time and effort than you initially expect. When you take massive action, you understand that success is a process, not a destination. It's about staying focused on the daily actions that will get you closer to your goal and trusting that the results will come in time. By embracing the process and staying committed to taking massive action, you position yourself for long-term success. Success isn't just about having a great idea or setting lofty goals. It's about taking massive action toward those goals every single day, no matter what. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who don't wait for the perfect moment, don't give in to fear, and don't make excuses. They take action, they keep moving forward, and they never give up.